Hi, my name is Michelle Miller. I'm the author of a new book called The Underwriting, and I was asked recently how I think from the perspective of a man in order to write from those characters' points of view. It's actually a pretty simple process. First, I shut off 80% of my brain, and then I commit half of what's remaining to sex. It looks something like this. If the female brain is here at 100% capacity, the male brain is right at 20. And of that, half is sex. Now in practice, this means that when my character Todd gets a text message from Amanda that says, "Hey, what are you up to this weekend?" he thinks, 1, oh, Amanda just texted. 2, I would not like to have sex with Amanda. And that's it. That's all that happens in his mind. Now before we go on, I want to be very clear that there are men who think more than this, and it's fun to go to Brooklyn sometimes to hang out with them. But for purposes of this conversation, I want to talk about the alpha males. Those are the guys who do bottle service at Lavo and like to do a lot of P90X. And it's important because there's still a lot of women in this city who like to have sex with them, and confusion over their behavior is what drives most of the annoying brunch conversation in the West Village. Now, a lot of women have this impression that after they sleep with a man, he stops thinking about her. This is true. You see, before a man sleeps with you, he has to imagine what it's like to sleep with you, which means that he might spend up to half of his sex brain thinking about you. That's 25% of his entire brain capacity. That's a lot, and that's why he's returning all of your text messages. After he sleeps with you, though, then he only has to remember what it was like to sleep with you, which means that instead of taking 25% of his brain, you might only take up like 5% of his brain. What you have to remember compared to your brain is just 1%, which is about as much time as you spend thinking about whether or not to have croutons on your salad. Does this mean you can never have sex with an alpha male? No, it just means you have to wait. Let's go back to the alpha male's brain. Half of it is sex, but the other half is critical functioning. The longer you wait, the more of his brain it takes to imagine what it's going to be like to be with you. So if we're looking at the scale, right here you have your Tinder hookup, never gonna last. Up here you have your stalker. He's spending his entire brain capacity, 100%, thinking about you. That means he's looked at all of your Facebook photos, he knows all your best friends, he knows what you like to eat. You don't want to go there. But if you go right here, this ladies is your sweet spot. That's where he has crossed over in his brain from associating you only with the sex part of his brain into the critical functioning part of his brain. You'll notice he starts doing things like asking you to eat with him or sleep together in a non-sexual way. And that's when you got him, and that's when he's going to stick around. For more on how men think, check out my new novel, The Underwriting, a satirical corporate thriller about Wall Street and Silicon Valley, on sale May 26th, or available now for pre-order on #mm.com.